Have you ever noticed that people seem to remember you only when they need something? Have you ever dropped your own plans, your rest, your peace, just to help someone who disappears the moment their problem is solved? If this feels familiar, then this story is for you, because sometimes the world keeps taking from you until you decide to stop being available for everything and everyone.
I will help you.
Once upon a time, in a quiet countryside village surrounded by golden fields and gentle evening winds, there lived a kind-hearted man named David. Everyone in the village knew his name. If someone's cart got stuck in the mud, call David. If a roof leaked during heavy rain, call David. If someone needed company, advice, or a helping hand, David was always there. He never said no. He truly believed that helping others made him a good man, and it did for a while. But slowly, David's life stopped belonging to him. His farm was half-ploughed. His cottage needed repairs. His tools were rusting. His chores were piling up. But David was always somewhere else, fixing everyone's problems but his own. Every evening when he came home exhausted, his mother would sigh and ask, "David, my dear, you help everyone. But who helps you?" David forced a tired smile. "It's all right, Mom. One day they'll remember my kindness." But that day never came. One evening, dark clouds gathered in the sky. The villagers rushed to protect their farms before the storm arrived. David ran too, but not to his own field. His friend Jacob's haystacks were still uncovered, so David rushed to help him. Together, they worked fast. They saved Jacob's harvest. But David's own wheat, lying uncovered in his field, was destroyed by the rain. When he finally reached home, it was too late. He sat on the porch in silence, water dripping from his hair, staring at the muddy remains of what used to be his harvest. That night, his mother whispered, "You saved everyone's crops, except your own." Something inside David broke. The next morning, David walked to the far edge of the village to meet old George, a wise farmer who lived near the river. "George," David said, exhausted, "I don't understand. I help everyone, but I feel empty. I'm not tired from work. I'm tired from people." Old George looked at the flowing river and asked, "David, do you see this river? It gives water to all the trees, the fields, the animals. But tell me, when it rains too much and the river forgets its own path, what happens?" David thought for a moment. "It floods and destroys everything." "Exactly," George said. "Even kindness needs boundaries. Without them, it turns into self-destruction." Then George gave David a simple but powerful assignment.
We need your help.
For the next 7 days, when someone asks for help, don't say yes immediately. Pause. Ask yourself, can I really afford this right now? If you cannot, say, "Not today." Then watch what happens. The first day was the hardest. Jacob came running. "David, my bull is sick. Help me take it to the doctor." David looked at his half-ploughed field, his heart torn in 2 directions. He took a deep breath and said, "I'm sorry." "Jacob, today I have to finish my own work." Jacob stared at him. "You?" Saying no, David nodded. "Yes, I can help tomorrow, but not today." Jacob frowned and left. David felt guilty, but he continued working. By sunset, for the first time in months, his field was ready for planting. The next few days, many came asking for favors. David said no politely, but firmly. That night, he felt something he hadn't felt in years: peace. On the 4th day, the rain returned, and David's roof began to leak. He looked around. No one came to help him. And instead of anger, David felt something else: strength. He repaired the roof alone, quietly and calmly. Sitting under the fixed shelter, he whispered, "So this is what self-respect feels like." Weeks passed, and the new David was different. He no longer rushed to please everyone. He chose peace over pressure and self-respect over approval. And something amazing happened. Jacob started solving his own problems. Neighbors stopped knocking for small favors. David's field grew greener than ever. His health improved. His smile returned. And strangely, people respected him even more, because he was no longer the man who did everything for everyone. He was the man who finally valued himself. One evening, old George visited David's home. He looked at the healthy crops and smiled. "So, David, did the world fall apart when you stopped being available?" David smiled back. "No, George, it only changed for the better." George nodded. "When you stopped saying yes to everyone, you finally said yes to yourself. And that is when everything changes." "So, my friend, Are you like David, always available for everyone, yet empty inside? Remember this, you are not a bad person for saying no. You are simply choosing peace over pressure. You are choosing self-respect over exhaustion. When you stop being everywhere for everyone, you finally become someone for yourself. People respect what you protect. So protect your time, your mind, and your energy. If this story touched your heart, subscribe to English Motivation Tales, where every story inspires discipline, self-worth, and the courage to build a stronger, happier life.